On the edge of the North York Moors lies the picturesque town of Kirby Moorside, home to auctioneer Angus Ashworth.
150 it is, good quality stuff, Yorkshire stuff, that's what we like.
With the help of his team and his family,
Goodness, can't even lift it.
Angus has been running his auction house for more than a decade. When he's not on his rostrum, he's clearing cluttered homes.
Goodness, has all this come out of that cupboard?
Finding unwanted items to go under his gavel.
Love this. It's funky, isn't it?
It is absolutely ghastly.
It's little things like that that just make my job enjoyable.
Using his expert knowledge, he uncovers hidden gems.
This is really nice.
There's a bit of Yorkshire wherever you go in the world. Yorkshire!
And discovers valuable heirlooms.
Bit dusty, not the best day to wear a white shirt maybe.
Back at the sale room, he turns these forgotten treasures
£2,200.
into incredible windfalls of cash. With an auction every fortnight at Kirby Moorside, there is a constant demand for new items to go under the gavel. So Angus and his team clear hundreds of homes each year, turning heirlooms, clutter and collections into cash for their owners.
These are nice, they're just getting packed up to go out.
Yep, they will be shortly.
Yeah, they're nice, that's a good one. A real belter that is. The triple horse's head, Sykes, good flask. Collections and collectors are a massive part of our business. And I know where the passion comes from. You know, I started as a 11, 12-year-old boy collecting powder flasks, which you have gunpowder in, and it's led to me having a career in this industry. So I get people's passion for it, and it's fantastic.
The little one's better.
Do you like that one?
I like that one.
Yeah, little pistol flask, quite nice. Oh, it's missing its spout, unfortunately.
I think they're actually off out to America.
Right.
Fiji, America, Italy, so far today.
Wow, well, me, Pete and Mark are off to the Midlands.
Well.
Not quite as exotic, but I'll go get myself ready and we'll hit the road.
Yep, I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Today, Angus is heading 150 miles south with team members Pete and Mark.
Sutton Coalfield? Or Royal Sutton Coalfield. Yeah. They're a nice couple, I think, downsizing from what I've heard and attic to clear and stuff.
Gas engineer Peter and his wife Carol, a former lab technician, have called in Angus to assess and sell Peter's lifelong collections.
So what's in here then?
What's in there? The Beatles USA Special Edition in mint.
Something else I haven't seen.
I think it's this one just here, Pete. Have a look, see what's what.
Yeah.
Hello, Angus, how do you do? Are you all right? Nice to meet you both.
Hello, nice to
Carol.
meet
And
you.
you,
Hello.
wonderful. Shall we?
Come in.
Thank you very much. So, how can I help?
Wow, I think it's over to Peter.
Well, we're looking to downsize. We've got such a lot of things in the loft.
You know, when we do sell, rather than have months of clearing the loft out, we can just sort of go.
So is one of you a bit of a hoarder? So.
Yeah, well, I've been collecting bits and bobs for years, even from 13 years old.
The postman came nearly every day with parcels which you'd brought and you hadn't told me about. Had you?
In the last year, Peter reluctantly decided that it's time to sell his precious pop culture collections.
So lots of things have gone on last year. I was ill, Pete was ill.
I've been off sick for 12 months now. I'm going to be taking early retirement, so obviously I won't have any income coming in. Hopefully, if we can sell some of the things, that will give us a bit of money in the bank to carry us on. Came home from work with a raging headache, and just in the middle of the night I thought I need to take some tablets, so I came downstairs.
And then you can't really remember it a lot then, can you?
Luckily Carol found me, and I think I'm one of the lucky ones.
Peter had a brain hemorrhage and was rushed to hospital.
I was trying to keep a smile on my face saying you're going to be all right, but inside it was awful. I never ever want to go through it again.
I think when you've gone through a life-changing episode,
There's just something that clicks to make you just think life's too short.
Peter's attic is the biggest job to tackle. It's filled with boxes of his music and football memorabilia. He's hoping if Angus can find items to sell, it will provide a much-needed windfall to help fund the next phase of their lives.
I can see lots of interesting boxes with things jumping out. Beatles things, we've got football programmes. Anything sort of 1950s or earlier is the really collectible area.
in this suitcase, I've got some going back to 1904.
Excellent.
There's, that's the match day programme.
Well, this is a very, very famous programme. Yes. So this is, of course, when England won the World Cup, 1966. You've got two.
Yes.
Really, really good. And the fact that there's quite a few of them makes a really nice section for an auction. It's better than just one piece because it pulls in the collectors.
Peter's music collection is mostly items relating to his favourite band.
I decided to buy one of the Selco Beatles guitars,
OK.
but I didn't buy one, I bought two.
As he always did.
Why wouldn't you?
These plastic guitars were popular toys in the 1960s.
I'm not very musical, obviously. Yeah. So we've got the guitars.
Yes, when I was a child, I always wanted a Beatles lunchbox. But up until now, I never was able to get one.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The flask. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? I think fantastic collection of bits. What I'm interested to know is how much of this are you looking to get rid of? Is it all of it, part of it, or
All of it.
Yeah,
all of it?
all of it, yeah.
Okay, so right. Well, I think I need to have a good rummage around and just get a better idea of what's in here because there's quite a bit to go through. I'm quite excited actually.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like a kid in a sweet shop. When I first came into the house, beautiful house, very clean, but it's very modern, minimalistic. They don't have, lots of items on display, so you think, well, what are they going to have to sell other than their modern furnishing? And it's all tucked away in the attic. You just keep opening boxes and finding more things. Beatles, rag dolls. I mean, this is great.
Produced nearly 20 years after the Beatles split up, these dolls show the band's enduring appeal.
More Beatles. Let's open this box up. What are we going to find in here? More Beatles, more Beatles. I mean, the Beatles just goes on and on and on and on. When you get onto stuff like vinyl, prices can vary massively. There could be some big money in here, and we've got to go through this really religiously. It's going to make a really interesting sale.
Come on, old man, up you go. One big box coming down. All right. Got it?
I think I broke a nail there.
I think that's it.
Did we really have that in there?
Well, yeah. Gosh, there is so much stuff. Why didn't the roof cave in?
There are a couple of items that Peter couldn't fit in the attic. One of his most prized possessions is in the garage.
This looks interesting. What have we got under here? Wow.
So this is a 1959 Vespa Super Sport.
What drove you to, excuse the pun, drove you? What drove you to buying it? Was it just the iconicness of it?
I've always wanted one since I was 17.
Yeah.
But at the time, my dad said, "You're not going to have a scooter."
You've just hit the nail on the head. People have got into their sort of 50s or an age where they might have a bit more disposable income, and they're like, do you know what, now that I can afford it.
But Peter never got around to getting his motorcycle licence, so now it's time to sell.
So we need to find somebody else like you.
Yeah.
We can always set a reserve price on it. So, you know, if we didn't get a fair price, we wouldn't let it go. They're a great feature piece in an auction. So, I mean, I'd be absolutely delighted to get this in because it's just... Let's see what else there is.
Okay.
Interesting looking chair you've got there.
Yes, it's at least 100 years old that I know of.
This looks like it's been made up of timbers that are possibly being taken out of a church and then somebody's upholstered it. Yeah, but it's quite nice, isn't it?
Well, it was quite nice until I left it in the shed. And
Why? What happened?
got attacked by a mouse.
Well, it adds character, doesn't it? To be fair, I don't think it's the end of the world because if somebody bought that, they're going to reupholster it.
Yeah.
I think I ought to have a sit in it, really, shouldn't I? Yeah. Oh, God, I don't know if I'll be able to get back up. That's the only trouble. Yeah. It's a bit different, a bit quirky. We like quirky. Wonderful. Oh, there we go. I'm going to have a go on it. Pete, what do you reckon? Do you think it suits me?
Very nice.
Should we get it on?
Put that double stand down, please. Are we done then?
All done.
With the van packed, Angus can show Peter and Carol how much has been cleared from their loft.
You could have a party up here, couldn't you? You're all right.
Oh my goodness.
And how are you feeling about it all going?
Sad, but relieved. You're over the moon.
I am.
I suppose the key is not to fill it again.
Peter.
No, I'm not going to be allowed. You've done a
Amazing.
fantastic job. All you got to do now is make us some money.
Well, I shall endeavour to do my best for you. We're going to get it all catalogued, photographed, and then we'll see you on auction day.
We're looking forward to that.
Yeah. My only slight concern is I think, you know, Peter bought a lot of these when the market for those sort of items was very high. We'll push it and really hopefully pull the buyers in for it and get the best prices we can.
Yeah, I think Angus realises that it's a big step for me especially, and obviously it's making Carol very happy, and hopefully he'll do a real good job for us.
At Kirby Moorside, it's time to unload the items from Peter and Carol's house in Sutton Coldfield. Angus enlists the help of accounts manager Claire to sort through the lots.
He was a mad Beatles collector, look at that.
Wow.
Beatles lunchbox with flask and everything.
Very
There's loads
nice.
of goodies in here. The Beatles were masters of marketeering because they had lunchboxes. These are all bubblegum cards.
Oh.
But these are the real rare ones. Yellow submarine ones. And the best bit, a Vespa scooter.
Woohoo!
All chromed up, I know. Look at that!
Wow, that is amazing.
I thought you'd like it. It'd suit you, it's your colour. Bit of leopard print on it.
It is nice.
It's funky, isn't it?
Is that in case you fall off?
Spare wheel.
Oh, is it?
Actually, yeah, that's spare wheel. It's not, that's not an early airbag, no, it's spare wheel. I think that's a great thing, is that? Who wouldn't want it?
Yeah.
It's the day of the auction, and Peter and Carol have made a 3-hour journey north from their home in Sutton Coldfield.
This is it.
Did I really collect all that?
Yeah. Gosh, I can't believe there's so much stuff.
That's a record player.
Yeah. No, I never even seen that open.
Never came out the box.
Yeah. That's really nice, that, isn't it? Somebody's going to love that.
The auction house team makes sure all of Peter and Carol's 163 lots are shown off to their best advantage. whether that's in the sale room or through the photos, descriptions and condition reports that attract online bidders from around the world.
About to start, so hopefully it'll go well. We've had a lot of pre-sale interest, so hopefully get some good results, but pressure's always on. You know, this is their life possessions, and especially Pete, I mean, he's collected all these things, and to see them go is going to be a bit of a wrench for him, so hopefully we get some great prices and it's all smiles at the end of the day.
Angus will be wielding the gavel today, while Emma and Heather coordinate the 477 internet bidders who signed up to listen to the auction online.
It's about to start now.
Yeah.
Mark is taking telephone bids and Pete is making sure everyone in the sale room can see the lots.
We're getting rolling my sleeves up now, we mean business. Right, we start this run. All the Beatles memorabilia, all out of one private collection there.
Straight away, there's something for the Beatles fans.
Les Beatles. I can speak English in Yorkshire, but not French. Few inquiries. I've got £60, starts me straight in. 65 it is at 65, 70, 5, 80, 5, 90, 5, 100. At 100 it is then, at 100, 110. Thank you in the corner, at 110. Fresh bidder now at 110. Internet, you gone out. Corner of the room takes it at £110.
Good.
Okay, not bad for the record.
Great collection this is. Good little run coming up now. These are brilliant ragdoll sets in the original box. In the room at £95. This is the stylish lot. 110, 120. The guitar. Thank you.
His blood pressure's gone up.
The 45 test pressing. A lot of interest in this lot. Bids flying in everywhere. 170, 180, 190, 200, 210. At £210 it is. Pick up a CD, a radio player. That's actually a very scarce thing. A lot of interest in this. 200 with you in a second. Bids everywhere. 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260 in the room. 270, 280, 290, 300, 320, 340, 360, 380, 400, 420. Last chance internet, gonna sell 420, 440, sorry, 460. We all done. Thank you very much, sir. Couple of happy people in the room.
Repeat that price.
Just when you thought there was no more Beatles, there's more of it.
Park, it's starting to bowl.
We're all done. Last chance, gavel is up.
As the auction continues, it seems the bidders still have an appetite for the Beatles.
It's the lunchbox next.
This is great.
Fingers crossed this should go
and
for
we
it.
go 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 120, 130 with me. Should at 130, 140 online, 150, sorry sir, 160, at 160, at £160 then I'm selling. Thank you very much, sir. So happy. Beatles bubblegum cards. This is a great lot. Bubblegum cards and collector's cards in general were mass-produced in tens, hundreds of thousands, and they were a bit of a throwaway item. So for Pete to have a complete set, that's quite rare. We've got stacks of interest in this. Let's see if I can keep up. Let's see how fast I can go auctioneering. Where should we start? 85, 95, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300, 320, 330, 360, 380, 400, 420. £420 it is then at 420, at 420, 440, anywhere is it now? At 420 it is, it's stalled, you're all hovering online. 440, fresh bid at 440. The gavel is up, last chance I'm selling away then at £440. Thank you very much, sir.
Shook him out.
With all the pop culture items sold, Peter's neglected antique chair is up next.
Now that is an interesting chair. Do a bit of reupholstery, but it's a good frame on it. I've got 3 bidders on this. 220 on commission at 240. Commission's out now at 250 for the chair with a hole in the seat. It is unusual, very gothic. 270. It's almost Puginesque, isn't it? 280 just in time. 290 on the chair. At 290 it is. 300 by the skin of your teeth. 300, 320. Thank you. Don't mistake it. The gavel is up now. I'm going to sell at £320. Thank you very much. Nice chair for the money, isn't it? There we go.
Angus is obviously good at his job.
This is the beauty of an auction. You get two people that really want something and it can fly. I really don't think Pete and Carol expected that. Right, the World Cup 1966, Jules Rimet Cup, England versus West Germany. Pete's football collection, incredibly passionate about it, particularly his beloved Birmingham City. You know, there is collectors out there for it, but we've just got to find the right buyers. 50, I'm bid at £50 at 50. At £50, don't see these very often. It's a good thing to have, isn't it? 55, anywhere is it now? At 55 is it? We're all done for the World Cup programmes at £50. Is there any Birmingham City fans in today? Good. There's a lot of Birmingham City things coming up. Where should be for this lot? £20 the lot? They're not that bad, are they? 20, thank you, sir. Die-hard Birmingham City fan here at £20 at 20.
Somebody loves Birmingham City.
Oh, this is the
Right, star of the show, this superb Vespa scooter, there we go. Lovely colour, isn't it? In good order, lots of chrome on it there, with the registration documents.
Here we go.
Classic, look great to ride, put in a shop window, investment for the future. Here we go. Where should we be for this? The Vespa there. Where should we be? I've got £2,000 bid at 2,050. 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4. It's worth more than this at 2,450. I saw a flinch at 2,450 it is. 2-5 for you on the phone.
Mark is relaying instructions from a bidder who couldn't make it to the sale room.
2,500. 2-5 it is at 2-5 on the phone. At 2-5 at 2,500. There's lots of you hanging on at 2-5, 2,550, 2-6. Unfortunately, the Vespa didn't quite make the reserve that Pete wanted for it, but I've since phoned the highest bidder and we've managed to negotiate an after sale of £2,900. So I think Pete will be very pleased with that. Pete and Carol have had to change their life plans and hopefully we've made enough money to help cushion their retirement. Well, that was a long day, wasn't it? Luckily, there were some Beatles fans in the room, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Birmingham City fans.
And I know, well, I'm surprised about that. The couple of bits that didn't sell, but that's fine. They'll just go to the next sale, just didn't hit the mark today. But
Yeah.
you're going to clear about 10,200 roughly.
Oh,
Prosecco.
You know? So there we go. It was all right. Not bad for a loft,
Oh,
was it?
thank
Yeah.
you. That's just absolutely amazing. I think we're both just speechless now. And,
been a godsend.
Yeah. We're trying to have happy customers. So
Oh.
it's,
well, you've got two now.
brilliant, brilliant.
I'm very happy. Yeah. Gosh.
Thank you. I'm speechless, but yeah, to have got over £10,000 was just a phenomenal day.
Yeah. It's hard to think it's real, isn't it?
Angus obviously been amazing to think of what he's brought in for us.
Yeah.
What
I think we're
he's
just
brought
both so
in.
happy, aren't we? It's just over the moon.
It's a new day at the auction house, and the clearance team, Pete and Andy, are up bright and early, brushing up on the classics.
Last days up on
Morning,
Pier.
lads.
Here he is.
All right.
Morning.
I've got good news for one of you.
Go on.
Well, I only need one of you with me today.
See you later, then, mate.
Oh, just like that, eh?
Nice little road trip for us, Pete.
Where are we going?
We're heading west. Yeah, should be good.
Come on, then. See you later, Andy.
See you later, mate.
We're virtually going from the east coast to the west coast today, aren't we?
Yeah. Love it, tops.
Cross country.
Today, Angus and Pete are travelling 130 miles to Merseyside to help a family clear out their parents' home.
Two sisters. So Sue and Heather have done a fair bit themselves.
Yeah.
They've sold, a bit online and stuff. But
Yeah.
I think they just need a bit of help and a bit of advice, really, and to clear it out because the sale's gone through, so they need to get it done.
Yeah.
The house is across the Mersey from Liverpool, on the Wirral Peninsula, and was the family home for over 50 years.
It can be quite emotional for people as well, and I'll have a lot of memories there, and to see it finally emptied, and it's,
Weight off the shoulders of someone.
but then I suppose that's why people like to get us in, and that they can step back from it all. They don't have to be as, you know, involved with it.
Although the sisters have already started clearing furniture, this 3-bedroom home is still full of family belongings.
Hello.
Hi, you all right?
Yes, good, thanks. Come on in.
Thank you very much. Wow. Quite a bit to sort through in here, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
yes.
Yeah.
Sue and Heather are keen for Angus to assess what's left of their parents' possessions.
An auction house came round. They wanted quite a lot of money to actually take the stuff away, and they said that by the time we paid their fees, we would only end up with about 40 or 50 pounds, and the rest of the stuff they said we should basically just tip.
Okay, well, I mean, it looks a lot, but obviously I'll have to go through all the bags and boxes and everything, but so I think that there'll be a few things to find out.
That's
Lovely.
fabulous. Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Angus.
Thank you.
We realised that we had a very special childhood because Mum and Dad, everything they did was just focused around the 3 of us.
They got married in 1952, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
so it's 66 years they've been married.
Yeah, a very loving marriage. We lost Dad, he was 94, and the absolute rock of our family, and was a major loss, obviously to Mum and to all of us.
Mum, Audrey, recently moved into a care home.
Mum made the decision that she needed to be looked after. She wanted to be safe and secure and have company as well.
If Angus finds items worth selling, the money raised will go towards their mum's care.
We want Mum to be settled, happy, and that's it really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, she's provided for us, and now it's our turn to
look
make
after
sure
her,
she's okay.
Okay.
But I thought I'd tell you about the crystal ball.
Who was the witch in the family?
It was Great Auntie Edie, who could read teacups. She could read your hand. And one of my mum's younger sisters actually took the crystal ball home and then started having a lot of bad luck. And none of us actually wanted, just in case.
Right. Well, I'm not superstitious, so we'll be all right.
Good. As long as it goes out the house, that's fine. The painting. Dad always told us that this was an investment for the future.
The style of it's like a much earlier painter, John Atkinson Grimshaw, who did these quite moody dockyard scenes. I mean, a Grimshaw would be tens of thousands.
Nice.
This, I think, is tens of pounds.
Right, OK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't do fortunes. However, I can see what looks like a charm bracelet there.
Yes, yes, this was Mum's.
Mm-hmm.
So I think pretty much everything on the bracelet, it represents a time in Mum's life.
Yeah.
The storks that represent the 3 of us being born.
Mm-hmm.
Gold sovereign from Dad.
Lucky number 13.
We used to live at house number 13 before we moved here.
I think that's lovely. Charms are very collectible, and you know, it is gold as well, so there is £700-900 there probably, maybe
Wow.
even a little bit more.
Yeah.
That little caravan is lovely, because you don't see that very often. And the other thing I've spotted is the lamp to go.
It is, yes.
What can you tell me about that?
Well,
Not very much, really. It's been at Mum and Dad's house for a long time, hasn't it?
Yes.
In the 1920s, there was a real revival of this look, so it's called chinoiserie. And it's actually going for a bit of a revival again.
Right.
Chinoiserie is a style of decoration which uses Chinese themes and motifs.
I've got a couple of very good buyers that love that look.
Oh, wow.
As a lamp will probably be all right on that.
That's
Excellent.
fabulous.
Thank you very much.
And we'll start getting the van loaded.
Lovely.
Fabulous. Thank
Brilliant.
Great, thanks, Angus.
That was a tight reversing.
Well, I stayed out the way, so I know how bad it is when somebody's watching you, but to be fair, you're not a bad driver, are you?
Yeah, cheers.
These 2 ladies are just going to watch you work, Pete. Yeah.
Well, that's a rarity.
What, are you working, or?
Either or.
As Pete starts to fill the van, Angus can have a rummage.
OK, looks like we've got a box full of stamps, a big stamp collection. There's a lot of FDCs, and FDCs is first day covers, so special sets that get released by the post office, as you can see. Special one there for the Silver Jubilee. But it tends to be the earlier stuff, the Victorian stamps that sell quite well, and there's a couple of albums here. There's one or two interesting bits in there. And actually, you probably think stamp collecting is not a thing anymore, but it really is. There's still a very good market, and so not a bad little lot. Get those on the back.
Come on, you're not working fast enough here.
Have you heard that?
What's Angus got now?
Despite another clearance firm only pricing the house contents at around £40, Angus is confident he'll find items of value.
You look around this room and you can see light bulbs and plugs and you think there's nothing in here really. But you start delving down and you start to find a few bits. What have we got in here? That actually screams early 20th century, 1910, 20. Very Art Nouveau in its style. So we've got a few nice bits in there. And we're only just getting started. Look at that for a stapler.
Look at you two.
Oh, perfect.
The table.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
That's very kind.
It's all right. It's not going in yet anyway.
That's quite funky, is that? Look at the colour. Proper retro 60s. That iridescent orange. That's great. Somebody will love that.
Mystery box. Oh, now be careful with that
Oh,
painting.
now, look.
Be careful with that.
Do you want to get that end? I'll get this end.
I will, but excuse me.
How-
We don't want them damaging that.
No.
Are you ready? Oh, they got up too quick. Right, straight across.
I think that's the longest I've ever sat on that sofa.
Upstairs it's done.
There you go.
With the last items safely on the van, Sue and Heather's childhood home is empty of family belongings, but still full of memories.
It's a difficult time. A family home that's been a family home for a long time, to see it getting emptied, but ultimately it's to care for their mum. Come on in. Here you go.
Oh, wow. Wow, where's it all gone? I can't believe you got rid of it all.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
No, it's a massive relief.
I don't think we could have done it without
No,
each other, actually.
I mean, seeing it empty must kind of make it feel quite real.
I'll probably cry.
Oh, come on,
no.
don't cry. It's emotional, really, because we've been here since, well, I was 11 when we moved here, so yeah, it is emotional. But, you know, we need to move on to the next part of our lives. We need to raise as much money as we can for Mum.
And that's the main thing.
All right, Andy.
Just back from the Wirral, Pete enlists Andy's help to unload the van.
Go on then, Pete. How was it? I missed you.
Did you miss me?
Yeah, like a hole in the head.
That's better. Delicate stuff. Handbags and glad rags.
When a house clearance is unloaded, every item is stickered with the same unique number so that the team can keep track of each client's possessions.
There you go. Without this, obviously, you'd be knackered.
Sticks.
Sticks. You've got a right old turntable.
All right.
The 78s. Look at that.
Nice. Did you have one like this then?
No.
No? Not a bad little job then.
Before any item is included in a sale, it's assessed by a member of the valuation team. It takes years of knowledge and experience, especially where jewellery is concerned.
So gold's hugely valuable, so it's very important that we check any items that might be gold and what grade of gold they are. Just got this absolutely fantastic piece from Sue and Heather, this gold charm bracelet. And this is all nicely stamped up with hallmarks, so we know that is gold.
But it's not always so easy to tell. Angus suspects this brooch is gold-plated, so wants to give it the acid test.
It's a bit scientific, it's a bit like being back at school, and it involves acid. And what you have to do is you have to file away the metal, because it could be gold-plated, so you need to get to the underneath of that plating. You want to do it in a discreet place at the back of a piece of jewellery. And then you take this acid, very corrosive, will drop like that.
Solid gold will not react to the acid, but this item has.
So that is not gold.
It's auction day, and with 499 lots going under the gavel, it's going to be a busy one for the whole team.
Really looking forward to today's sale, and I want to do really well for the sisters and their mum. We've got some good lots in today, and there's a real buzz of excitement in the air. There's been a lot of inquiries, a lot of people viewing, so hopefully we'll have a good day.
Oh look, there's some more of our things here.
As her sisters can't make the sale today, Sue's brought her old school friend Jane for moral support.
It is strange seeing mum's things in this big warehouse and sort of scattered around as they are, and not in their usual place at home. But I think it's definitely the right thing to be doing now.
At the rostrum, Angus is supported by his team.
Right then, morning ladies and gentlemen.
Clark's Heather and Emma are keeping an eye on online bidding, Jeremy's accepting bids on the phone, and Pete is on porter duty. First up is an Urquell coffee table.
Right then, we get underway then with the Urquell Darkwood drop, leaf rectangular table there on Turn Sports. There we go. Where should be for that? £20 start me. £20 anywhere for the Urquell table there. Strip it back. 20, 15, then 20 bid. 20, thank you very much. All done at 20. I'm going to sell away.
That was something.
Darkwood is a bit of a struggle in the current climate, but there's one piece of furniture that I think will do well. There we go. A little bit more interesting now. The chinoiserie standard lamp, that's a lovely thing. I've got several commission bids on this. We go 60, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 155, 160 it is. £160 it is. 170 anywhere is it now? At 160, we're all done. Top commission bid's going to take it at £160. Sue and Heather's dad always believed that that painting of Liverpool docks would be a big investment and inheritance for them, but sadly, I'm afraid I can't quite see it. There we go, look at this. There it is, the Liverpool docks, very John Atkinson, Grimshaw-esque, but in the 1970s. Very moody scene on, is it there? Where should be for this? £20 for it. This was the most prized possession, I think, in the family home. So please, ladies and gentlemen.
Angus, 22.
22 it is. At 22 it is, then at £22. At £22, at 22, at 22, 25, anywhere is it now? 25, we're off now. Oh, it could be the sleeper of the sale. At 25 it is, at 25, 28 surely. £25, it is an original oil. At 25 it is, then at 25, I'm going to sell at £25. The stamp album, we've got 20, 22, £25, 20, 28 is it now? 28, 28, 30. At 30, we're all done. I'm going to sell at £30. 30, thank you very much.
Next to go under the gavel is the Art Nouveau style vase Angus found buried in a box in the living room.
That's a nice one. 42 starts me off. 42, 45, 48, 55. Now it's 65 it is. 70, 80, an £85, a 90, 90 it is. You're rounding up 100 bid, thank you. 100 it is. I'm going to go to the phone. 110 on the phone.
Yay.
110, 120, just in time. 120 it is then. It's on the net at 120, selling at 120. Woohoo! Getting a little bit giddy. We're having a good sale. Now,
This is the witch's ball.
this is what you need to read the future. The small witch's ball. You've already got one, haven't you? Where should be for this? £20 start me. £20. I'm reliably ensured that this was used regularly by somebody with the knowledge. Yep. 20 bid, thank you, at £20, at 20. At £20, anybody else want the crystal ball? At 20 it is then, 22, anywhere is it now? Surely, who wouldn't want a crystal ball? £22 at £20, at 20, selling at 20. And here comes the rain. Oh my word, listen to the rain. Notice it only started once we sold the witch's ball.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Your Aunt Edie is not happy, is she? A crystal
definitely
ball's
not
gone out of the
happy.
family. No, sorry. The star of the job is that gold charm bracelet. It's charming. There's a lot of gold content in there. That is going to sell really, really well. And if I can't get a good price for that, I shouldn't be an auctioneer.
This is my mum's gold.
Here we go. A lot of interest in this. Commission bids, telephone bids, internet bids. 460, 480, 500, 520, 540, 560, 560, 580, 600, 620, 640, 660, 680, 700. That's 720, fresh bids, 740, 780 in the room, 780 in the rooms, 800, 820, 840, at 840, selling at 840.
Well, that's really good. Really good. Yeah.
With the auction over, it's time for Angus to tell Sue how much money her parents' possessions have raised.
Hello.
Hello there.
How was that for you?
It was very interesting.
We did well with the charm bracelet, didn't we?
Very well, and the lamp as well.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been a good day, I think, and you'd had an auctioneer round before, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
They said you'd take how much home?
Between £30 and £40, and the rest will go on the tip. Yeah, that was quite disappointing.
Well, you're taking away £1,300 and a penny.
That's fantastic, especially with the penny. That's going to make all the difference. No, that's great news, thank you.
We've raised a good sum of money that's all going to go to a good cause, helping their mum's care, and every penny counts with that.
Some mixed feelings because Mum's house actually sold yesterday, and now most of her things have actually sold, so it's kind of like closing that part of our lives, really. But very pleased with the result today. It'll all go to help Mum and look after her for the future.
Peter and Carol from Sutton Coldfield can now enjoy early retirement by using the money raised at their sale to hit the road in their camper van.
It's going to make quite a difference to our retirement fund. We're looking forward to travelling around.
We want to go to Scotland, don't we? Travel around Scotland and go to Ireland.
Even into Europe.
Just go off travelling, really, isn't it? And this has enabled us to do it.
Yep.
On the Wirral, Sue and Heather's family home has been sold, and they are now able to concentrate on looking after their mum.
Mum is really well settled into a care home now. She's very happy. The money raised from the auction will go towards getting her treats, buying her clothes, taking her out for the day. We've been up to the top of the Liver buildings. We've been up to the top of Snowdon with her, so she's still well up for going out to lots of different places. So hopes for the future are that we're all going to be fit and healthy and spend lots and lots of time with each other and be able to still take Mum out and do lots of different things.